dumbbells is grabbing those dumbbells closer to the thumb side. Okay, I feel like I personally just get a better press and a better tension on the shoulders when I grip the dumbbells in this position. You could also see I'm coming down about 90 degrees, keeping those dumbbells close to the ears. And then when they reach my ear level, I push back up without locking out on the top. Okay? Then on that last set, we're going to drop the weight 30%, 5 repetitions with 5-second holds on top. So extremely important to be careful with the holds on top, especially as you're already going to be fatigued. So making sure you're not locking out, you're not arching your lower back too much, and you're just really feeling the tension on the deltoids. Okay, more than the triceps, more than the lower back. So just keep that in mind while you're doing this movement. All right, then after we finish the 4 sets with the drop set included, we're going to go on to a single set exercise. This is going to be a landmine press. If you don't have a landmine, you can do these with the dumbbell standing. They just work a lot better with the landmine because it has an attachment and it's a different angle. Notice that I'm holding my resting hand on the plate. I find this really helps stabilize the landmine a little bit more and helps me isolate the working arm better. Okay, so you can try that and see how it helps. I'm keeping my elbow in, bringing that landmine all the way almost to my shoulder, pushing up about 90% to the top. Okay, you can see me there switching. Once again, my relaxed hand, I'm holding that plate to stabilize the bar. Okay, pushing up without locking out on top. And we are going to be progressively increasing the weight as you do the 3rd and 4th set. Okay, so those should be the hardest working sets to failure. Okay, next exercise, what we're going to be doing here is a standing cable. I'm actually doing a band front raise here, so I have 2 separate bands with handles on them. If you have a cable, you can use separate handles. You can use a straight bar coming under your legs. You have several different options here. But basically what I want you to notice is as I'm doing the front raise, both my elbows stay slightly bent. And I'm actually slightly leaning into the motion as I'm elevating my arms. It's only a very slight lean forward, maybe 5-10 degrees. That's going to really help get that contraction at the end right there. Also keep in mind the wrist should be straight and the elbows should reach shoulder level at the end of the repetition. And then here's the drop set. So dropping the weight 30% or so. Holding the 5-second squeezes on top. Okay, and just focusing on filling those contractions. Not arching the lower back. Not allowing the wrist to bend. Okay, awesome movement. Next movement we're going to be doing is a band or a rope, if you have access to cables, face pull. Okay, so it's going to be attached to a higher rope or a higher cable. And notice that my thumbs are facing towards the ceiling. A lot of people will do this in the opposite direction with their palms facing down. I like doing it like this with my palms facing each other, thumbs up, elbows high, and focus on spreading as you're doing that pull. You're going to feel it in the rear deltoids significantly if you're doing it right. So with this one, just focus on the squeeze on the end. When you come all the way out and you stretch, only stretch out about 80% or so, keeping the elbows bent at the end. If you stretch out 100% with the arm straight, you're going to be stretching the lats and the back muscles. And then right here, doing a drop set. Focusing on the 5-second holds with each repetition. If you're doing the drop set with the bands, it's going to be a little bit tricky because with the bands, the resistance is going to change as you go into that negative. With the cables, it's consistent all the way through, which is why cables are optimal if you do have access to them. All right. Next movement we're going to do is another rear deltoid exercise. So a couple of these in this workout. This is going to be a high to low reverse cable or band fly. Okay, I actually crossed them over so I create an X. So I can fill this in the angle a little bit more. And then just keeping the wrist straight, elbow slightly bent. Bringing them out to the side of the body, holding the contraction for about a second. And you should feel these in the back of the shoulders. We're doing 12 to 15 reps, no drop set on this one. Also keep in mind, don't go too heavy with this or you're going to turn it into a back exercise. And then finishing off with traps, doing 5 sets. Barbell shrugs, so just keeping those hands at a shoulder width distance, allowing that barbell to rest on your thighs. I actually like to lean forward just slightly, about 5 degrees into the motion, not too much. And then just focusing on elevating my shoulders. Once again, it's okay if your arms bend a little bit on this exercise. Naturally, they're going to do that. Just don't pull up from your biceps. And then we are going to drop set this with a 5-second hold. With each contraction, just be careful, once again, with the squeezes with this one because it is related to your neck muscle. And just focus on keeping your core tight. Slow and negative, up and hold the squeeze, 5 seconds. And this is only on the last set, okay? So, great workout, focus on your form. Shoulders should be burning throughout this workout. Keep training smart, and I'll talk to you soon.